Hello YouTube, RJ. Hey, picked up another tool. Wanted to do an unboxing of it. I've been struggling to come up with a good way to cut circuit boards easily and neatly with nice edges and without making too bad a mess. And I've tried a number of things. I've bought a little hand saw. I've tried some shears. It just didn't work for me. And I saw this. It wasn't too expensive. It was at Harbor Freight. Probably not the greatest quality, I'm sure, but you know, as a little bit of cutting as I need to do with it, I thought I'd give it a try. It may be a big fail. We'll find out. So let's get this thing open, see what it looks like, get it together, and let's try to cut a circuit board, see what it's like. So it's a Chicago Electric 4-inch Mighty Mite table saw. So it's a very miniature little table saw. Comes with a diamond 4-inch cutting wheel. So I'm hoping this will be a effective way of doing it. Okay, so let's open it up. We've got our owner's manual on the top here. We've got a white cardboard sleeve, which I assume, yes, that's going to be the diamond impregnated, very thin little cutting wheel, which I'm hoping is going to work on a circuit board. Let's hope. Okay, let's see. Got lots of little parts in a tray here. We'll pull these out. Looks like it's your typical some assembly necessary and required. Looks like it has a cutting wheel on it already. So maybe we have more than one cutting wheel. I thought it was just coming with the one. And that looks like that's all that's in the box. So I'm going to throw the box over here. Excuse the noise. And let's see what we got. Get our plastic off. And yes, it comes with, I guess, a wood cutting blade on it. So that's kind of nice. Didn't expect that. I thought it came with just the one. Obviously, we would not want to try to cut a circuit board with that aggressive tooth pattern. I can imagine what kind of a nightmare that would be, as in digging in and grabbing and just bad things. I can't see that being an effective wheel. So that's 14,000 RPM. Let's take a look at what we got here. 14,000 Mighty Mite table saw, 1/2-inch arbor, 120 volts AC. Got your power switch here. Do not use for wet cutting. There's an important safety tip. Lots of warnings over here. Your serial number. Basically, for your safety, do not ever use this saw because you could hurt yourself. That's basically what it's going to tell us. So we'll cut to the chase. So what do we do to change the blade? I assume we loosen this or probably take this off, I imagine. I'm not going to sit here and read the manual. You don't have time for that. You don't want to see me reading a manual. Whoever reads a manual, got to be serious. Just tear it apart. Get that out. And yep, that lifts right off. And yeah, that's a pretty toothy saw there for what we want to do. It looks like basically a little, honestly, looks to me like my grandfather owned a carpet company that also did sewing machines. And that looks like a sewing machine motor to me if I've ever seen one right there. That looks just like the ones that were on them. So my first question is, there are all kinds of safeties and stuff to put on. I can see that. So we're going to want to do that. But my first step and the first question I have is, how do you change this blade? I guess it takes 2 wrenches. So that one won't even fit on it. So it looks like I'm going to have to pause a minute and come back with appropriate tools. Okay, let's see if we can get this off. Man, somebody either that's backward thread or that's backward thread. Somebody put it on tight. I always like it when they do backward thread nuts, but they don't mark the nut as such. You don't have the little marking that shows you. Let's get this one off. Oh yeah, circular tipped, circular saw blade, 40 teeth for steel, aluminum, wood, plastic, and copper. So they seem to think this would be a good blade. Sounds like a PCB board to me, but I'm really thinking we're going to be a lot better off with this 4-inch diamond blade. I feel like that's going to be a better choice. Maybe I'm wrong, but let's get him on and okay, snug him up nicely. Okay, and there we have, get this out of our way. We've got that done. Let's slide this rascal back on. Put this in. And then we got to look at installing our shield. And what do you think? Should we read the manual? Should we just go ahead and just do it? The nice thing about PCB boards, this thing doesn't have to have a blade sticking out very much. So I'm going to kind of keep her down there. Tighten this up nice and tightly. And this is going to go pretty simply, I think. I think this is going to be just a turn her 90 degrees and put her in here and use her to push your stuff through. So, and for our shields, maybe we can figure all this out. You got something threading in there. Oh, dadgummit. Probably this goes like this. And this probably goes in like this. This is an eye shield, and it goes on here. And one of these screws goes in there. Hold this onto here. As such. So let's get us a screwdriver. And let's make it happen. Okay. All right, that's done. Now, swing the blade guard up. Well, our blade guard's not even installed, so we can't swing it up. But it goes like this. So I was right. So we're going to put a washer on here. Going to put washer there. Put this through with another washer. Going to screw one of the wing nuts. Just trying to think of the right term to use. So anyway, you can see how it goes together. We'll come back and I'll finish it up. And we're back. Now, I would love to tell you that we cut and I screwed those thumb nuts on, and everything went right together great, but that would be a lie. It's about 20 minutes later. And the reason it took me 20 minutes to put these two on is one of the thumb screws, or the nuts, was not tapped. It had been drilled, but they didn't tap it. And I'm sitting here trying to get the screw in and finally figure out that, really look at it and realize there's no thread. So I had to run and get my tap set. I had to tap it out. Luckily, I had the metric tap that fit it. And so we're back and we're functional at this point. We've got our little saw. Time to hear what this thing sounds like. I can only imagine. Hopefully it's not too terrible loud, but let's see how she runs. We'll plug her in over here and get us a little 120 volt to her. And we've got our guard on, and not too bad. Now, here's my question. Can I cut a circuit board with this thing? And what's that going to be like? So, probably not going to be able to use this, especially if I'm using the guard, but let's get us a little piece of circuit board and give it a try. Let's see, what do I got over here I can cut? Here's a test board I was working with. That'd be a perfect one to test. And I guess we could try this and just keep this down like that. What do you think? And yeah, how bad is this going to be? I don't know. Let's find out. Slick, very slick, very slick. Very easy to cut. Actually, because of the diamond edge, it polishes this edge. If you can see it, there's no burrs. That thing is clean as could be. A little bit of a metal burr right there, but it's just hanging on. Honestly, I think I just found my solution. I do not think this is a fail. I think this is the first success. I've tried this, I don't know how many times we've different ways. Like I said, I know of at least 3 different things I've purchased trying to cut circuit boards, and I have to say this will be the way I'm doing it. It is a little messy. There's a little dust here, but not bad at all, actually. This may be our answer right here. I think this little tool, I can keep it down under the bench and pull her out as needed. I'm very happy with it. Maybe I lay a rag down when I put it down to catch the dust. Other than that, very happy with it. Nice that I don't have to have much of the blade sticking out. The blade isn't toothed, so it's not going to get a hold of you too horrible. Pretty cool. 4-inch Mighty Mite table saw from Chicago Electric, Harbor Freight. I think it costs $29. So not stupendously expensive. Yeah, it's not a high quality device, but considering how little bit of time it'll be used, I think this is going to be fantastic. So not a fail. Figured I was going to have another fail. So hey, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. If you got to cut a lot of circuit boards and you want nice clean edges and you want to be easy to cut, this little jewel will get the job done. So thanks for tuning in. If you're interested in my content, subscribe, help me out, get the algorithm, to put my videos out there so people can see them. And have a great day till I see you in the next video.